Well, there have been almost 1,200 diagnosed cases of COVID-19 on the Navajo Nation and over 40 deaths. Now, if Navajo Nation, we crunch these numbers, were a state, they would have the third highest rate of transmission per capita behind New York and New Jersey. And the peak hasn't even come there yet. It's not expected for a couple of weeks. And a culture that venerates elders, they are terribly worried what will happen to theirs.
This is Shiprock Peak, the sacred heart of Navajo Nation, 27,000 square miles, a sight so beautiful it takes your breath away. But this morning we want you to meet the real heart of Navajo Nation, not the postcard, the people. Almost 200,000 of America's first citizens live here, and their hearts are filled with fear.
I kind of get worried, but I just leave it at that.
Lucinda Thomas is 71. She lives with her husband and grandkids, and like about 30% of the people here, they have no running water. The nearest pump, miles and miles away. Eugene So is a tribal council representative. His home doesn't have running water either. He says his community is becoming increasingly desperate, with the casinos and coal mine now closed.
Mostly we don't have no money since this started.
How worried is he?
Sorry. I don't think there's any words I can say to how much I am worried about the people of the reservation and my community. We ask for help. There's nothing coming in. So I'm worried about them. Can't sleep, can't think right.
In this vast space, almost 40% of the homes have no electricity either. They are used to making do, and that's lucky because promised federal aid has only just begun to trickle in after 5 weeks of pleading for help. Navajo Nation President Jonathan Nez.
Sometimes we feel that we tribal people, tribal nations, are at the bottom of the list when it comes to limited resources.
Just a few days ago, you told us you hadn't received a penny.
Well, we're hopeful that this week will be a better week for us. We're not going to roll over, or we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves. You know, it just seems alarming that the first citizens of this country are kind of pushed to the back burner.
There are people helping. The Arizona National Guard flew in supplies. A team from Johns Hopkins Center for American Indian Health has been on the ground for more than 30 years. Hopkins staff are now building hand-washing stations.
Those hand-washing stations are costing us about $30 a piece to construct. They could be life-saving in these settings at this time.
Hopkins is also delivering aid. Jamie Begay distributing supplies. This box to Helen George, a traditional weaver who is diabetic and lives alone 20 miles out of town.
I wash my hands every hour, it seems like.
You know, she told us that she didn't have a vehicle. Had we not gone out there, you know, when would have been the next time that she would be able to get the kind of supplies that we were able to provide?
As for the local hospitals, there is a desperate need for staff, says Dr. Diana Hu. She's worked here for 35 years.
The biggest part of our team that's a problem is that we have a 30% vacancy rate for our nursing staff.
And that was before the virus.
We got the first wave of patients, so we kind of got the first tsunami, which overwhelmed a lot of our capability.
The message from all those we spoke to: help is needed, and fast.
Our federal government has broken promise after promise after promise. And what we're seeing today is the accumulation of those broken promises and where it has left people.
It has happened so many times where Indians were wiped out by disease. We don't want to go that route. So I want them to help us, like right now and yesterday.
So the federal government has approved $10 billion to help all 574 American Indian tribes in this country. But the money hasn't really been distributed yet. Tribes had to apply for grants. They had to have those applications in last Friday. Now it's up to the federal government to decide who's going to get what. If you are motivated to help, guys, you can go to our website, nbcnews.com. Back to you.
Cynthia, I just, I think I speak for a lot of folks here. I had no idea, first of all, that 40% of those homes in the Navajo Nation, 40% don't have electricity, 30% with no running water.
Yeah. Hard to wash your hands when you don't have running water.
Cynthia McFadden for us on this Monday morning. Cynthia, thank you.